Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Orlando Valido, Oli Valido of Pimpoli, as they call me here on YouTube. Tonight I'm going to bring you another contribution artist from Texas, from Texas, from the 1950s. But before I get started, it's 8:56 p.m., 10/5/25, and the temperature here in the Miami area is 81 degrees Fahrenheit. And please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. And we're going to talk about these guys over here that I'm going to show you in a second. Yeah, Johnny Rodriquez. Johnny Rodriquez from 12/10/1951 to May 9, 2025. He was just 73 years old when he died this year. Poor guy. I believe he's 73 years old. Yeah, okay. So, in continue, I'm going to read for you the autobiography of Johnny Rodriquez. Okay, here we go with the autobiography of Johnny Rodriquez. His real name is Juan Raul Davis. Johnny Rodriquez, December 10, 1951 to May 9, 2025, was an American country music singer from Texas. In the 1970s and the 1980s, Rodriguez was one of the country music most successful male artists, recording strings for his songs, such as You Always Come Back to Haunt Me, and the famous one, Desperado, Down the Rio Grande, and Fooling was a hit. He recorded 6 #1 country hits in his career. About that. Okay, early life, Rodriguez was born to Mexican-American family, San Bernal, Texas, on December 10, 1951. He was the second youngest of the family of 10 children that lived in a 4-room house. 4-room. Just like we did. Growing up in San Bernal, Rodriguez was a good student in school and altar boy for his church. He was also a captain of the junior high school football team. When he was 16 years old, his father died of cancer, and his older brother Andres died in a car accident following that year. The two incidents, the two events, had an effect on Rodriguez's life and become a troubled teen. Yeah, no wonder. Losing your father, losing your older brother, no wonder. You know. In 1969, at the age of 18 years old, he ended up in jail. No wonder too. He was often said that he was arrested for stealing a goat. Arthur Jackson would later stated that Rodriguez was in jail simply for unpaid fine. He signed frequently in his cell jail. He was overheard by Texas Ranger Joaquin Jackson, who was impressed and told promoter Happy Shanghai, SHAHAN, about him. Shanghai then hired Johnny to perform at his local tourist attraction and called the Alamo Village. During one of his sets in 1971, he became the attention of the country singer Tom T. Hall and Bobby Bear, who encouraged him, the young singer, to go to Nashville, Tennessee. At the age of 21 years old, the singer arrived in Nashville, Tennessee with only one guitar on the arm, and $14 in his pocket. Hall soon found work for Rodriquez Dec and his band, as well as writing songs. At that time, less than a year later, Hall took Rodriquez to Mercury Records in Nashville division and landed him an audition with a record label. After performing the song I Can't Stop Loving You, and If I Laugh Up to You, and If I Laugh It Up to You, was the song that he did, the two first one. He was offered a contract with Mercury, and he signed and began to recording in their Nashville studio. About that. In 1970, career, after signing with Mercury, her first single to be released was in 1972, Pass Me By. You only pass me through. Yeah, again, pass me by. You are only passing through. But the two, this recording was successful, going to number 9 on the Hot Country Song list that year. Rodriquez became the first well-known American-Mexican descent country singer. In 1972, Rodriquez was voted the most promising vocalist by the Academy of Country Music, and the next year, he achieved his first number 1 hit song, You Always Come Back to Haunt Me, and another that year was Riding My Tom to Mexico. Yes, Riding My Tom to Mexico, written by himself, Rodriquez, and was also number 1 hit, and both songs were listed as a Billboard 100. In 1973, his debut album was released, which rose to number 1 on the top country album charts. He was nominated for Male Vocalist of the Year by the CMA Awards. In addition to his success, his country music also had a television show on Island 12. Oh wow, Island 12, that was one of my favorite shows in the 72, which is I used to watch a lot, and a guest appearing on the dating game in 1974. In 1975, all 3 singles which have reached a number 1 on the country charts. I just can't get her out of my mind. I just get up and close the door. Again, just get up and close the door. And Love put the song in my heart. Love put the song in my heart was another one. Rodriquez's success on the countryside continued throughout much of the 1970s. He recorded a song not only written by himself, but around this time, but also cover songs such as George Harrison, Something Linda Hangover. Yeah. Just get up and close the door, Mickey Newberry, Operation Redberry. I'm Billy Joe Trevor Tester here, up here, Tester in Tennessee, by 1975. Rodriquez was considered a member of the Outlaw country market. His contribution like a fellow musician Bobby Bear and Tom DeHart. Career in the 1980 and 1990 a murder charge. Despite the Outlaw movement fading from the view in the late 1970s, Rodriquez was determined to stay on the top of the game. In 1979, he switched to EPIC Records. There he worked with the record producer Billy Sherrill, Sherrill, yeah. His first EPIC came the year with a number 6 country hit, Down on the Rio Grande. Yeah, Down on the Rio Grande. His debut album from the record company was entitled Rodriquez Outlaw. This song from the album was a cover version. Outlaw Rodriquez did not make it to the top 10 continuously. As a part, he managed to stay in the top 20 with a hit like Fool for Each Other. Fool for Each Other and What I Tell Virginia. At the same time, Rodriquez continued to be a popular concert attraction. However, Rodriquez was also having personal problems due to drug addiction. In 1982, he did a duo with Sarah Lehart. That would be C as in Shipwreck, ELLAREHR, on the song Most Beautiful Girl, or in Spanish, La Chica Malinda. La Chica Malinda. The single was released by Columbia Records in 1983. It went into the top 5 hit with the hit song Fooling, followed by the top 10 hit How Could I Love Her So Much. However, by the mid-1980s, it was becoming less and less successful, and in 1986, he left EPIC Records at that time. In 1987, he signed with the Capitol Records. In a brief time. He had the last major hit in 1988 with I Didn't Every Change I Had. I Didn't Every Change I Had, okay? Which reached number 12 on the country charts. By 1989, he had left Capitol Records completely. And in August of 1998, Rodriquez shot and killed a 28-year-old acquaintance in his Texas home, believing that the man be a burglar. In October of 1999, he was acquitted of murder by a jury. So that means he didn't know, or maybe he thinks it was a burglary, but he wasn't sure. So he shot it maybe inside the house or something like that. But the jury did not find him guilty. There must be a good reason for that too, I believe. In 1993, he recorded an album for Intertown record, Intertown, called Run for the Border. In the mid-1990s, and the indie label High Tone released his album You Can Say That Again and continued to tour around the country during this time. In 1996, he turned to another label that was called Paula Records, which issued one bar at a time, but was unsuccessful. By this time, his musical presence was fading away from the public view. So it was fading away already. Going downhill, guys, from this point down. In 1998 and 2025, he will go with that. From 1998 onward, Rodriquez toured the United States, further afield, including Switzerland, Poland, UK, South Korea, Canada, Mexico. He performed concerts at the Raymond Auditorium down there in Tennessee. I've been there, beautiful. And Kanye Hall, Carnegie, Kanye Hall. Rodriquez continued to tour and to record new material, performing days in the United States and Canada. In 2012, he was to release his first live album, Johnny Rodriguez Live from Texas. Yeah. Okay, here we go with Award of Recognition. Rodriguez was honored by 3 U.S. presidents, 3 of them, Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush, and George W. Bush. He played at George H.W. Bush inaugural ball on August 18, 2007. Rodriguez was introduced to the Texas Contribution Hall of Fame located in Carthage, Texas. That would be Carthage, Carthage, Texas. On October 23, 2010, Rodriguez received the Institute of Hispanic Culture Pioneer Award in recognition of accomplishment as the first major Hispanic singer in country music. Okay, here we go with personal life. Rodriguez was the first married to Linda and Diane Patterson, Southern Airways flight attendant from Conyer, Conyers, Georgia. His second marriage was in 1995 to Lana Nelson, the daughter of country music singer Alice Willie Nelson. The marriage lasted only 7 months. Yeah, only 7 months. His final marriage was to Debbie MC Neely, a hair salon owner from San Marcos, Texas. In 1998, with a woman had a daughter with a woman, had a daughter, R.B. A.U.B.R.Y. Ray, R.A.E. Okay, Rodriguez was born in 1998 and they were still married to the time of his death. Yeah. Rodriguez died after entering a hospice here in San Antonio, Texas, on May 9, 2025, at the age of 73 years old. Yeah. Award nomination. Yeah. Johnny Rodriquez, Most Promising Male Vocalist, 1973. Pass Me By, You Are Only Passing Through. Single Record of the Year, in the same year, 1973. Introducing Johnny Rodriquez, Album of the Year, the same year, 1974. Johnny Rodriguez, yes. Top Male Vocal of the Year, Entertainer of the Year also. Contribution Association Award, year 1973 for Rodriguez. Male Vocal of the Year, 1994. Tribute to the most music by World Testa Playboy, Album of the Year. Okay guys, so with that, I just finished the autobiography of Johnny Rodriguez from Texas, Mexican-American descent. Okay, his real name is Juan Raul Davis Rodriguez. He was born on December 10, 1951, San Bernal, Texas. Sabinal. Sabinal. Died on May 9, 2025, this year, guys. Okay, just a little while ago. From San Antonio, Texas, U.S. January, country, outlaw country. Occupation singer-songwriter, instrument vocal guitar, year active 1972-2025. A label record on Mercury, EPIC, Capitol record on Paula record label. Okay, so this is all I got for you guys of Johnny Rodriguez that you see there. Will you please do what I said every time that I do this podcast for you? Pray for yourself. Pray for your family. Pray there is no more wars, no more pandemic, no more corruption. We don't need that in this world. Okay, pray in the morning, midday, mid-afternoon, and before you go to sleep. Okay guys, thank you for watching me. God bless you. And I see you next time on all the people podcast for different artists. January.